That's the park. It's on the other street is Sunset Boulevard. I'll be bringing you there. Folks, today is Sunday, and the doctors put me on Ozempic. It took me off everything else for diabetes. I gotta tell you, folks, it's making me tired like crazy. But, they say if you exercise, that'll reduce it. So let's see, okay? Come take a walk. Any questions you got today, I will answer them as long as they are respectful. And I want to talk to you about some of the disrespectful comments that I get once in a while. Not often, because my subscribers are mostly very respectful people, and I try to keep it respectful. So let's go, folks. Let's take this walk and get my blood flow in here. Okay? Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. All right? You've been here before, folks. All right, across the street there, see that flag up there? See the pink hotel? That is the Beverly Hills Hotel. I know a lot of you really appreciate these walks because I bring you here to the city that is my home. Beverly Hills is my home and has been for over 50 years. Take out 5 years for when I was in prison. All right. Hi, Sheridan. How are you? Mac Ryan. Wanderer, how you doing, my friend? Glad you made it. Folks, I love it here, especially on sunny days. Today, it's not really warm. It's like 74 degrees. And I'm going to allow you to be asking me questions here. Okay? And we got Mandy here, folks. All right. Commend Mandy. She does an awesome job here. Keeps the riffraff out of here. And we get some riffraff. I'm not the only one. Everybody gets it. Okay? But I want to talk about, I was hoping this person would come in. All right? Okay. Yeah, Sheridan, the weather today, 74, a little breeze. All right? Which puts a little chill in the air. Okay? And, somebody wrote me, it was like, I think their name is I Am Me. Folks wrote me and says, did I yell? Okay? To my subscriber. I yell, folks, when I see people that are disrespectful. I admit that. I don't like disrespect because I'm very respectful. And I want to address something else this person said. Okay? She said that I'm jealous of Michael Franche because he's got a wine, he's got a pizza place, and he's got more subscribers. God damn it, he's been doing it longer than I have. I hope he does. And folks, I'm not jealous of Michael or anybody else. I say God bless you all for whatever you accomplish in life. Okay? I'm not Michael Franchise. I would not want to be Michael Franchise for all the money in the world. You know why, folks? Okay? You should all know why. All right? Did I Am Me come in here? Mandy, let me know. All right? Hi, Kenneth. How are you? All right? Oh, the sun. All right, folks. This park here, this is the city of Beverly Hills. Will Rogers Memorial Park. And one thing about Beverly Hills, folks, okay, take a look. Beautiful flower. They keep everything landscaped beautifully. Okay, that's what do you call that in the middle of the road? I forgot. But look at how they cut that. I mean, they do an amazing job, don't you think? All right. And then look at the hedges over there covering the Beverly Hills Hotel on the other side. And take a look at the streets, folks. I want you to take a look at them. See how smooth they are? That's how they are here in Beverly Hills. But the moment you cross the line down there and enter Los Angeles, it's so horrible. The roads are cracked, crumbling, okay? Bumpy, boom, 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 okay? Huh? Hey, we got reels from Russia. We got a lot of Russian friends. And I want to give all my love and respect to you folks. You follow me religiously. You're always here. You leave beautiful comments. Okay? Folks, I know a lot of Russians. I know Albanians. I know people of every nationality. And folks, I get along with everybody. Now, why this person, I am me, look out for that there, okay? Why don't you leave your name, okay? Give me your name. You want to leave me a comment? Give me your real name, all right? Folks, a lot of you say you want to talk to me. Well, for a long time, I make it available. If you want to talk to me, okay, go, you can request it on my email, which is the accidental gangster at gmail.com. Yeah, Jay, my friend from Russia, I know. All right, Liverpool, England, Adrian, how are you? All right, nobody writes their real names. Maple Shade, New Jersey. I never even heard of Maple Shade, New Jersey. Okay, I'm gonna tell you why. I don't know why, but every time I get to New Jersey, I get lost there. Seriously, I'm driving just like I drive around in circles. All right, folks, this is the pond over here. Okay, that they got here. Beautiful, beautiful what they do. And where's all the fishes today? I think the fishes are sleepy. Hello, Astro. How are you? I can't understand this accent. Well, it is a New York accent, folks. How you doing today? You look familiar. Not Natasha, are you? Oh, folks, take a look over here. Yeah, there's a fish here. See it over here? I don't want to lean too far. Okay. Where are all the fishes? There's one coming this way, little ones. Folks, this place is normally loaded in the morning. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Now we're starting to see them. Okay. I'm waking up the fish. Huh? Look at that big one over there. Can you see it, folks? They do a wonderful job here in Beverly Hills. Huh? Fish should be in the shade. There, we got a fisherman who knows. Thank you so much. Okay. But let's see where the turtles are. There's the turtles. There you go, folks. Turtles, look at their little school baby fish there. See the turtle? They're laying in the sun, getting a suntan now. Huh? Yeah, look at folks. There's a fish. My God, you see that fish? Oh, where the waterfalls is? Doesn't look like I made it. Huh? Sure. Folks, I gotta go in the shade so I can read some of the comments. So, so anyway, somebody wrote me. I deleted it, okay? And I didn't even answer it because somebody so disrespectful, all right? It's either got somebody loves Michael Franche, and that's okay. I got no problem with that, okay? And I'm not jealous of Michael. But you know what? People write me, and they don't know how well I know Michael. They don't know. Everybody wants to go back to that Vlad interview. And I want you to know it was Michael who created the problem between him and I on Vlad. Because he went first, not me. But I had the answer. Because I will defend myself against anybody, anywhere, anytime. Okay? Well, Lucky, are you, Walter, you talking about Lucky Luciano? All right, I missed him yesterday. Okay? In my show yesterday. Somebody called me a young man. So anyway, I wanted to bring that out. Somebody left a comment, and I get a lot of comments, and people want to put me with Michael Franche. First of all, folks, understand in the life, I was never with Michael Franche. Never. I was with his father. Okay, I was with Sonny for over 50 years. And you want to know more about it, buy my book. Oh, that's the other thing they said. Oh, Michael don't promote his book. Bullshit. He don't promote his book. My God, where do these people come from? And you see on that why I get upset? But you write me respectful, and I'm going to answer you respectful. All right. So anyway, that's enough about Michael Franchise. All right. I am me didn't come. National city like situation and zero motivation. Well, let's begin with that motivation, young man. Okay, Murat, okay. All right, let's begin with that motivation. You know what? At the end of the day, we need to motivate ourselves. I had to motivate myself to get out of my sleeping garments this morning, take a shower, and get out of the house. Now, folks, I'm 81 years old. Where do I got to go? But I like to get out. I like to get sun. And I wasn't going to do a show today. But I said, I got to come here and talk to my people because I love you folks. All right. But Murat, okay, let's talk about getting motivated. The first thing you need to do in the morning, are you on the streets or do you live in a home? Pardon me, you got a roof over your head? Do you have food? Do you have relatives? Be thankful and grateful for the things that you have, okay? Not for the things that you don't have, but for the things that you have. And that's the first thing. Do that every single morning and say a prayer. I do that. I have always done that. You know, and folks, I'm going to tell you something. There was a short period of time where I did not pray, and that's when I got arrested because I kept asking, Lord, why'd you do this to me? Lord, why'd you do this to me? I know it sounds stupid, but I asked him, and I stopped praying. I was fighting my case. I was doing everything I had to do, and I kept my fucking mouth shut. I didn't proffer against nobody. and I never took the stand against anybody. Make that very clear, folks. All right? Very clear. I never proffered and I never took the stand against anybody, and nobody ever went to jail or prison because of me. So I could hold my head up high and I could look in that mirror. There's a lot of people on YouTube that can't do that. They come out, they act tough, they do this, they say that. Okay. But they all broke the oath, folks. They all broke the oath. I didn't. And I never took that oath, but I lived by it as though I did. Folks, I was with two of the best underbosses in this country, Sonny Franchise on the East Coast, Jimmy Conchi on the West Coast. And for those of you who don't know Jimmy Conchi, it's because he was a nice guy, dapper, well dressed, shaved every day, very clean, very respectful. But if you crossed him, oh my God, he would change, just like I do, like we all do. So anybody here, a young man, begin your life. Okay, there's a book, young man, called Think and Grow Rich. Okay, if you follow the principles in that book, it's written by Napoleon Hill. You follow the principles in that book, you'll become motivated. But I want to look at that. All right. Andrew says, I'm rich. You know why? I am rich. I'm very rich. You know why I'm rich, folks? Because I have a lot of friends. I have a lot of friends that respect me. They love me. I got a family. I got children. They all love me. Oh, yeah. I'm very rich. Money is not what makes you rich. Why do you care about how much money somebody else has? I never count another person's money and don't count mine. Okay? Oh, old girl from Kentucky. I guess, did I get that right? She says I'm sexy. I love it. Thank you so much. Hey, you other women think I'm sexy? I don't know. I'm an old man that mentally in my head, I still think I'm a young man. Okay? I see a young girl and I think about, like it was when I was young. All right? So, Merle, I hope I helped you a little bit. Come here each and every time you see me. Put your notifications on and subscribe. And I'll try to continue this with you, Merle, and give you, all right, how to motivate yourself. But you got to begin in the morning being grateful for what you have. And you know what? Being kind to other people and being respectful. It's so important. You hear me talk about respect, respect, respect. Okay? That's why I'm still alive, folks. Because I was respectful, I was loyal, I was honorable, and I was in a life you only read about, okay, or see in the movies about, but the movie's not the real thing. Trust me, the movies do not show how it really is. They show little bits and parts, but they don't show you what it is every single day, every single moment. You got to listen, listen, listen. You got to listen to every single word somebody says. And you could find in their words, if you listen carefully, whether they are loyal to you or are they going to betray you. Boy, the sun feels good. I love the sun, folks. I am a sun worshiper. Okay. Hello. I see Metrican. Okay. Good afternoon, James. I hope that helps you, Marat. Marat, did I say it right? I try to help everybody, folks. You know, it's like when I wrote my book. I said, if I could help I didn't write my book to become famous. Okay. I don't give a shit about being famous. I've been known in Hollywood for over 50 freaking years. Okay. You call that famous? I don't want people to know who the hell I was. All right. Because I was a guy. I was a Hollywood fixer. I got a job. I went. I did it. I didn't broadcast the name. I didn't put it in the newspaper. I could have done all that shit, but I did none of that. Okay? I didn't want people to know me. I only wanted the people, if they knew that they had a problem, that I would fix their problem. That's all I wanted. And they would call me through their lawyers or agent or their managers. Oh, you know what? That person that wrote me, I am me, I guess didn't come. Okay. I'm probably a little embarrassed, but they'll probably watch the replay. Okay. And try to come up with some bullshit. Okay. Because I know that I got Michael Francese's number. Michael and I had talked. Will we ever do anything together? No. All right. No, we will not do anything together. We got nothing to share together. Only one thing. If he wanted to do a show about what his life was with his father as his stepson, and he is Sonny's stepson, okay? But he may call him father because Sonny did adopt him, okay? And I could do my side of the story of what it is to be a close friend and associate of his father. It's two different things, folks. Two different things. Thank you, Von White. I appreciate that there. Boy, looks like they're doing some construction across the street over there. And folks, behind that ledge is the home that your president, Donald Trump, I should say our president, Donald J. Trump, he used to own that home there, right across the street. They got a sign up over there, what the hell does it say? All right. Oh, yeah, they're doing some construction. Let's take a walk. Huh? What do you think? Thank you, Michael Bartholomew. All right. Brain, you got all the blessing you asked for. It's like win-win situation. Thank you so much. And I thank you all for your prayers. Okay. I thank you all who subscribe. Okay. Subscribe and like and leave comments. It's supposed to help the channel. Folks, I'm not here to make $1 million. Okay. I come here to give you the advice of an 81-year-old life individual, me, who's lived a life that most people will never live and get through it. Get through it to be 81 years old. You know why, folks? It's like I told you earlier. Listen, listen, listen. NorCal Aggie, did Hollywood play out the Italian? No, no, I had nothing to do. If you watch those Italian movies, there were always Jewish people in them. Okay? The 1 billion COVID scheme. Oh boy, there were a lot of scams in that COVID. I didn't do any. You got $1 billion, you telling me? Oh my God. All right. Thank you, Von White. Mm. John, hey, Mr. John. Thank you, John. How are you, buddy? Folks, I show you this card. Take a look at this card and watch the card. One, two, three, four, five, six. Six streets come together for this intersection. Six. There's stop signs at each and every one. And folks, as far as I know, there has never been an accident on this corner. Never. But people are cautious. They stay cautious. All right? All right? Youngsters don't know the old school stuff. They never will. All right? They live in a different time, a different place. I guess I'm a boomer, folks. Am I a boomer? All right? Because, I used to say, I'm just an old man, or I was a young man. Okay? Now they got words for everything. Okay? That's a different language. Okay? It's crazy. Oh, you know what that person asked me? Oh, that I got to keep asking people to like and subscribe. You know why I do that, folks? Because so many people scroll in, scroll out, and I try to catch them, and new people keep coming in. When you're talking for 40 minutes or an hour on YouTube, that's what happens. It's just not me, it's everybody on YouTube. Okay? I'm going to do a whole story on scrolling, and it's going to surprise the hell out of you. Okay? It's not good for you. It's not healthy for you. Live by the code, die by the code. You got that right. Let's go and let's see something. What do we got? Well, you all joined me yesterday. I had to go to the store, and they got the gay pride parade going on. Folks, I never saw so many people in one place in my life. Holy shit. People of all different walks and colors and genders. It was today's the last day. And you should see, I'm not going in that area. It's too crowded. Traffic is nuts. Yeah, folks, they put up that board that wasn't here the last time I was here. So they're doing construction on that home over there. Folks, and look at the palm trees. I love palm trees. I love palm trees. I love palm trees and I love being on the beach. How about you? Huh? I get people that got the dog. I have the driver having his lunch. Of course, he's on his phone. Maybe he's listening to me. Huh? How you doing? What? See, folks, see how easy it is to say hello to somebody? okay, no matter who they are. And they say hello back. They don't get that often. Huh? How you doing? Having a good day? Huh? That's good. Take care, my friend. Just talk. I talk to everybody. I protected everybody I ever worked with. Thank you for that there post, my friend. Folks, I defend my friends, my family. I defend everybody. I have a saying. You're always for the underdog. People always want to put the underdog down, okay? They don't know how the sides could switch so quickly. So be careful of what you ask for. Be careful of what you wish for because karma is real. And that's why I tell you every single day do something kind for others. Even if you just give them a smile or say good morning, good afternoon, how you doing? Okay? You might make that person's day with something as simple as that. It's all it takes, folks. We all watch politics. We all see what's going on in the world. Okay? They're bombing Israel, bombing Iran, bombing, we're bombing. Folks, why can't we live in peace? Why is the United States meddling in other countries' business? Why? There's a reason behind it. There's a reason behind it. It's something that they want from that country. Okay? It's a lot more than they tell you. Uh, it's a lot more than you're ever going to know. What happens behind closed doors? You heard these saying, I wish I had a fly on the wall. I wish I had a fly on the wall in the Oval Office. Okay? Now, folks, I put Trump in his place. If I don't like what he's doing, I'm going to say it. But there's one thing, if you go through YouTube, a lot of people want to talk about his health condition. All right? Well, folks, I'm 81 years old. Let's take his swelling around the ankles. I know that very well. That's why it's so important to take care of your heart. Okay? That means you're getting poor circulation of the blood. It's something that has to be taken care of. Just Trump somebody who walks on. That little walk I took, I had to force myself, folks, because I'm on a medication. I'm fighting, you know, somebody wrote yesterday, they said, if you're on medication, you're fighting two illnesses. Number one illness is to get over the side effects of the pill and then hope that it's working to take care of the primary illness. Right? Okay, Trump has blotches on his hands and on his arms. Guess what, folks? So do I. It happens when we get older. Is there any reason to demean the guy? Why don't you stick to the facts? Stick to the fact that he's not doing what he said he was going to do when he ran for office and we elected him. But when he got put his, or Joe Biden for that matter, okay? See, that's the problem, folks, with social media. People like to create problems because people love other people's problems. No, Beskar. Okay, Beskar wrote a lot more is expected if you're a maid than if you're an associate. Is that true? It could be true in a sense, but you take somebody who is like me. I was more than an associate to Sonny Franchese. I was much more than an associate to Jimmy Cotzi out there. Okay? So, a good associate knows the rules, knows how to play the politics of the game. And really, not much difference. It depends who and what that associate does and what their capabilities are. Remember, we all got different capabilities. Some could do certain work. You know what I mean when I say doing work, okay? And some can't do that kind of work. All right. Uh, but we could say that for another time. All right. Tall and lanky asked me how old I am. I'm 81, my friend. 81 years old. Mm. Pocket watch it, huh? That's what scrolling called, pocket watching. See, Mandy's been busy deleting a lot of people. Hi, James. Okay. Nice and evil and love and truth. They Seth Dogwood. Soft do good. Difference between lies and evil and love and truth. And we should put love and hate. Love and hate are the two most powerful emotions that people have. Thank you, Kitchen Slayer. All right, for subbing. I want to thank you. All right, so much. All right. I hope everybody else here, I hope you all subbed. I just went over the 17,000 subscriber mark yesterday. Okay. And for me, that's a big deal. Okay. And I want you to know I appreciate each and everyone who subscribed. And let's keep it moving, folks. Every day I go, why am I doing this here? Okay. I'm not doing it for the money. Trust me, folks. Okay. Because you gotta have a whole lot of, you gotta be up like, I think before you could start really making money on YouTube, I don't give a shit what all these other people say. You gotta have over 75,000 subscribers. All right, that's when you start making money. Will I live long enough to get to 75,000? I don't know. I hope so. All right, as long as I'm in the shape that I am now, as long as I'm mobile, I got my whole mind, okay, then I got no problem. Okay, I'll keep doing it. All right, and I'll keep asking people to subscribe too. I am me. Where are you? I am me. All right, you didn't come here today. All right, I am me. You want to have a real talk about who Michael Franchese is? Okay, first of all, let me tell you, I don't charge a lot of money. $100 for every 20 minutes All right? Send the money to my PayPal. Send me your phone number to my Gmail, and I will call you. That's how it works, folks. If you want to talk to me outside of here, I come here, I do questions and answers. All right? Yeah, Talon, did I do hard time? Oh, what is hard time? What's easy time? I did my time. Okay? I was well respected in prison. I had no problems in prison. You know why? I kept my mouth shut and I listened. I keep saying that over and over and over. And people don't understand that keeping your mouth shut and listening are two of the most important things you can do to get ahead in life. But people don't like to listen, and especially in this generation of social media, because it's all about scrolling. It's all about likes and views. All right? You know, I want to add something again that person I and me said. You see, I happen to know Michael Francis. I happen to have been with him, and he's been with me on several occasions. If you read my book, you'll see it was because of him that I met his father's son. Okay? So read my book if you want to know that there. I am me. Okay? But Michael is a very smart guy. You see, that person didn't listen to that part. Okay? Michael, I've always said, is a very intelligent guy, well spoken. He's got it together. No question. So when I am me or anybody else, when you want to make a derogatory remark, know what the hell you're talking about. Okay? Talks about that he's got a beautiful wife and kids. Do you know anything, I am me, about his first wife? His first wife and kids? Oh, I do. You don't hear me talking about it, do you? Because I try to keep my talk. I don't want to demean nobody. I don't like doing that. But if you're disrespectful and stupid, I'm going to demean you. You know that. So on that note, folks, I'm going to go take a ride. Took the sunroof off. Alright, get some sun. See, here I am under the palm tree. Huh? I love you folks, and I want to thank you all for coming. Don't forget, do something kind and nice for others to come back. All my love and respect to you all. Take care.